Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We're rocking and rolling. Got the volume on. Everything's looking good. Okay, so the futures, they gapped down. We are currently grinding up. These buyers are just relentless. I kind of thought the reason why I was short last week, I thought this week would be a red week. I went short. I went short. We were just grinding up. I switched gears. I went long because we just wouldn't stop against everything I usually preach, and we melt down. And then today we gap down. Keep in mind, I'm swinging this thing long over the weekend, right? And then I switch gears to go short as we pop up right here. And then we grind up a little bit more. I just switched gears and went long. Stop is already in the green, but this is how you lose money as a trader. This would get the likes up. Anyway, I'm just off gears. I'm short when it's long. I'm long when it's short, and then I'm short again when it goes long. I just tagged out. That's going to be it for the night until tomorrow morning. I'm going to let the banks get their coffee. I just wanted to be in some kind of move. We gapped down and then just recovered, which is wild. So it's just not worth really doing anything until tomorrow morning. We're just kind of jacking around. I'm just kidding. I'll take these off now. But by the way, if you guys haven't figured out mixed reality, I'm 100% looking at you. I'm looking at the charts. I'm seeing the red candle. I'm reading the chat. Also, I have a 100-inch screen right above it that you guys can't see that I can. If you have not tried the Oculus or the Vision Pros, I'm not kidding. You need to. These are a little bit ridiculous. I'm gonna start doing I got a perfect idea for Saturday's videos. I have a lot of toys. I have a lot of tools. I do have a lot of tech. I have a lot of bad luck with tech, but I do have a lot of it. But so like on random Saturday videos, you just might get a video of me reviewing and talking about stuff. If these were any cheaper, there's no chance they would stay on the shelves. They'd be out of stock. People would be fighting over these more than they are Pokemon cards. That's how cool this stuff is. To be able to see everything and your whole computer. I do have a Mac Mini, and this is my monitor. Zero monitors, zero anything else. I'm actually mounting it in my glove box with a power inverter. So I'll literally, not while I'm driving, but anytime I park somewhere, like my daughter's got basketball practice, I will have everything. I can edit videos, I can look at charts, I can respond. All I need is a keyboard and these, and I'm rocking and rolling. So I do have some videos coming out on that because I think I'm an early adopter, and that's it. I think there's gonna be a ton of these, absolute ton. Didn't we gap up? I don't know what chart you're looking at. There's no chance we gapped up. The chart's right here. You're looking right at it. Here's the open. Here's the close. Opened here. That's the gap down, and we're kind of grinding up. Anyway. How amazing is that? Mac Mini is a 5-inch computer, 5x5x2. I have it plugged in, otherwise you would see it. Oh, did SPY gap up? No, also gap down, just pushing up. This is the 9 EMA, which is interesting. That it gives you the impression that we are just rejecting off of that. It's just kind of driving more FOMO into me wanting to take a trade right now. Anyway, your reflection shows exactly what you're looking at. We can see everything as the show in the reflection of those fly glasses. They are. Anyway, you can get the $500 version. The metas are $500. Those are a little bit more. I gotta say they're worth it. Maybe. All right, so jumping into it, the dollar gapped up. Let's get on to a real time frame. Gapped up, still very much trending down. Everything about this, I'm still short. All I'm going to do is add on if it gets any higher. In fact, I'm still short this. It's done absolutely nothing. I'm short the US CAD. And I wanted that to break. Now that's broken, let the floodgates go. I'm probably about to add on to this. Maybe that goes up a little bit of it. Hang on, for you mobile users, a little baby gap up. We're already selling off. I can't do anything. Every time I do one thing, it's like my friends have no idea because they're not subscribed, so they have no idea when I'm live. They'll just call and text me, and then like people just ring the doorbell. It drives me nuts, and then my dogs go crazy. SPX options will be juicy this week. Kind of. Kind of. We do have contract rollover for anybody. So if you guys, if I do get 100 likes and I am live tomorrow morning, I will be trading the new contract. It expires this current the June contract expires on Thursday, but I'm switching over. The next futures contract I get will be in the new one. Should be the U contract. Come on, settle down. There's nobody out there. Bitcoin hanging out. That does kind of look bullish, though. Kind of looks like it might be the momentum might start to die down and return. Now, President Trump, thank you, Lisa, said he's going to veto Israel's plan to off somebody. I got to think, if I'm the head of the country and I have plans and you think you're going to veto that, I'd remind you it's not a law, or up to you. I'm going to go off that guy. Now, we're going to make him unalive right now. Yeah, but then maybe it affects the relationship to allies. The dog wants to come in. He wants to go out. But all my dogs are girls. I have a male cat. That's it. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. To the dads, to the moms pretending to be dads. All of them. Genuinely. I don't know if I trust this. I really don't. So we rejected this yellow zone right here, and then we gapped down like we were going to get this continuation, but we're pushing up. So these buyers are kind of relentless, unless this is the opportunity to go short, because we're kind of losing that momentum and headed down. In fact, I know exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to be patient. We're going to be patient. We're going to wait. Excuse me. I'm allergic to losing trades. I'm having an outbreak right now. I cannot believe I lost. That doesn't happen often, and when it does, it sucks. I don't say that as a brag. I don't like losing. Especially back-to-back like that. Oh, I could choke somebody right now. Now you have my dogs barking your ears. All right, so if you're new, if you've ever seen me draw these lines out, it just means we are inside one candle, and the break and close above or below is usually the direction. So we'll hang out and we'll wait, or you do you. Patrick Whelan's probably 600 trades deep right now and 15 points. All jokes aside, I'm gonna wait and just. I kind of wanted it to go just yellow zone to yellow zone. I'm for sure a buyer down here. I will likely take some kind of trade. If we were to break this blue zone, I would go short, at least there, if I'm not already short. But I'm for sure a dip buyer at this yellow zone. It's going to be the same for the NASDAQ as well. I don't have the expected moves up, so you have to just watch tomorrow morning if I get 100 likes. And that is the rules, guys. I'm going to go live. If I get 100 likes, then I go live the next day. Before the bell. Before the bell, we'll watch the open and do that and trade live. If there's a trade that I take, it will be while I'm live streaming. Do whatever you want with that information. That already looks like a buy. I wish I was paying attention to the Dow. That gap would have been the perfect entry to go long. Right now, my stop would be in the green, so if we're going to continue this trend south. The bears are still running the show right now in this more immediate trend down. So we'll see. I know there's some people talking about the gap fill. There is a weekly gap to fill right here. Little baby gap. Now, if you go to the Qs, looks a lot bigger. But because we know how to read charts, we don't. And I'm going to have that conversation with somebody in my group here in a second. We don't do this because it's kind of dumb. Okay? Talking about a gap on an ETF driven by something else, silly. Also, here's another thing that I saw. You know what's also even dumber? Because I saw this, and the more I listen to this guy, the more I think he has no idea what he's doing, and I just think it's more about the views. He's gone, because he used to do his own thing. Now he does. Who's the guy with the fair value gaps? And I'm gonna go around through it too. But that got him some traction, and now it's just everything. We retested the golden or the death cross. We retested that. Now we're talking about a gap fill on a leveraged ETF. please stop listening to people that say that. That's not a real thing. It's just not. If you guys ever want to watch out for gaps and look for any of that to fill, because that's a real trade, go to the underlying, like the NASDAQ, the NQ. That's what drives order flow into these ETFs. The SPXL, that's a leverage. Now, hang on, my bad. Before I go crazy, SOXL, sorry, SPXL, same thing. The whole rant, all the same. Leverage ETF, this one just looks a little bit worse. Worrying about a gap fill on this, honestly, if someone messaged me randomly and said, hey, I'm doing this, I would assume he's probably 90 days to 6 months in on the market. He's learned about a gap fill. Maybe he's worried about trends. We're 180 days or less in the market, period. Worry about the underlying.